Fighting is still going on in eastern Syria, where Islamic State is trying to hold on to pockets of territory. TV aired footage of people carrying children and meager possessions up a rocky terrain during a lull in the fighting Thursday. US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces say a large number of militants and their families have surrendered, but that Islamic State continues putting up fierce resistance on the eastern banks of the Euphrates River.
Behind this mountain, there's a safe area controlled by Syrian Democratic Forces. On the other side, there are clashes. Our fighters do not shoot when civilians are present, because this could endanger their lives.
In Brussels Thursday, foreign ministers from more than 50 countries pledged to provide $6.97 billion in additional aid to support Syrian civilians affected by the war, about 12 million inside the country and about 6 million sheltered in neighboring countries.
We're very pleased with the outcome on behalf of the United Nations. We want to thank you for your generosity. Your support will help to save millions of lives and protect civilians across Syria and across the region.
The European Union, the world's biggest aid donor, pledged $2.3 billion for this year, which includes a sum already allocated for Syrian refugees in Turkey under a deal with Ankara, which agreed to take in Syrians. The United States pledged additional $397 million to Syrians impacted by the war.
U.S. humanitarian assistance is now more than $9.5 billion since the start of this crisis, and we appreciate all donors who have stepped up, and we encourage others to help meet the growing need as well.
EU Foreign Policy Chief Federica Mogherini made another appeal for a political solution to end the war in Syria.
Winning the peace will require a political, Syrian-owned process led by the United Nations in Geneva. We are here to support this process.
So far, diplomatic talks in Geneva and elsewhere have all failed to secure a peace agreement. Nearly 500,000 people have been killed in Syria since the beginning of the war. Zlatica, Hoke, VOA News, Washington.